Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense. That's right, America. I'm Babyface Josh, and this is the lost art of common sense. Coming at you right now is part 2 of the political rapture, the right and left multiverse. Enjoy. Oh, here's a question. Do you think that on the Republican side, it would basically be like the Fourth Reich and we would spiral into a Aryan race and just be a horrendously racist country?
No, I don't believe that at all. I don't think the Republican Party is racist at all. I think there's one party that's racist. And it's not the Republican Party. The racist party is the party that keeps putting minorities under their boot by social programs and by telling them that they are not being treated equally when obviously they are. So no, I think actually minorities would flourish in Republican-led.
I think anybody who wants to make a better life for themselves would probably have a better chance of flourishing on the Republican multiverse side.
Multiverse.
Because we already see that Christians, white people, Asians for some reason are all being apparently Democrats don't like Jews either. Weird. But they're all being like persecuted now.
Yeah.
I don't know if persecution's the right. Well, there are people actually literally being persecuted, but like demonized.
Yeah, demonized
because they're white. I mean, they're teaching one class of humans that you're bad because of your skin color and the way you're born, and then they tell the other one you're not going to be able to make it in life because of the color of your skin. How in the hell is that not racist?
I don't know, and I don't understand how people can't see this shit. Like, how is... Like, there were people wanting to segregate schools again.
Yeah, self-segregation, too.
Yeah, and I don't get that. Like, we're America. We're the melting pot of the world. We should all be, trying to work together. So, I don't know why this division's happening, and it shouldn't be happening. I understand, like, shit happened in the past, but you can't change the past. All you can do is make a better future. And the best way to do that is to integrate and work together. Not say, hey, you're white, you're putting me down, or, I'm black, so I'm automatically, disadvantaged. That shouldn't be a thing. We should all have this equal advantages or equal. I mean, obviously, we're not going to have equal. There's going to be certain classes. I mean, there's still a class system. Let's not be fucking foolish. There's rich people, there's middle class, and there's poor people. But, I mean, there's poor people who have become, super rich. And there's rich people who have become, poor. I mean, usually they get bailed out by the government. But, sometimes they don't, I guess. But, I mean, middle class is always going to be middle class. I mean, there's always room to go up.
Did you know that back in the day, 50% or over 50% of the world's wealth was held by the middle class of the United States?
And I can understand that.
Do you know what that is today?
Probably, 5%?
A fraction of the percent of the world population controls 89% of the wealth in the world.
That's fucking crazy.
And you know what? I bet they're all Democrats.
I bet you're right.
Oh, wait, they totally are.
Yeah. So, it's just...
Except for Elon Musk. He's an independent now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess...
You can learn more about him, kind of, sort of, but not really, in episodes part 1 and 2 of Elon Musk.
Yes. So, they were great episodes. I don't know if we really talked about Elon Musk. I mean, we did, but we didn't talk about... I mean, I guess we talked... we kind of delved deep into it, but we also called him a reptilian a lot, so...
Well, yeah.
He's
either a reptilian or he's got Asperger's. Those are the only two options.
Yeah, so I mean,
but yeah, you think about it, like they talk about wealth transfer and like the rich getting richer. Yeah. And the super rich are the globalists and Democrats, and they've taken all the money.
And I don't
And during
understand.
that time, back when the middle class like held all this wealth, that's when you saw all this innovation. So I would argue that I may be farther than 10 years, but I would think if you're actually running a free capitalist society, the Republican side of the multiverse would actually become more technologically advanced. Because if you've noticed, technology stalls out in communist, socialist things. The only reason why China is advancing along with everybody else is because they steal everybody else's shit.
Yeah.
They're not developing stuff; they're like stealing it. Now, I don't know. I guess they did develop the supersonic intercontinental nuclear missile, which is kind of scary. But we have Star Wars lasers, bitch.
Pew 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 pew. So I mean, I would like to see what like maybe the top 20 richest people in the world and see which way they lean.
Yeah.
Maybe we should check that out sometime.
Well, and like I don't have a problem with super rich people because generally, super rich people like Jeff Bezos, that's the
Yeah.
dick ship guy, right?
Yep, Dick Ship.
Yeah, he's super rich because he made a company that everybody loves using. Granted, they used the pandemic to crush small business and like I think he doubled the size of Amazon or some shit.
Well, I don't think he crushed small business.
No, but like it was used to advantage where Amazon almost doubled in size while all these smaller companies like withered away. Um, and that's actually where that big wealth shift happened. It happened
Yeah.
during the pandemic.
And do you think there wasn't a plan for that shit?
I think there was 100% a plan for that. I'm not saying whether or not the virus was planned.
No, I just think they took advantage.
I'm just saying, yeah, I'm saying there. Actually, I think there was something on paper. I don't know if it was a social.
Watch what you say, or we're not going to be able to put.
No,
on
I don't
YouTube.
know if it was a thought experiment because they run war games like
Yeah.
what to do during a pandemic or this or that, and I think there was something for that.
I'm sure
saying
there
about
was.
the virus or whatever. I'm just saying there's like
if
people
a
plan this
pandemic
shit.
happened, and this would
like
we would
how
take
could we
advantage
consolidate
of
power and wealth.
I'm sure absolutely the way the country like stepped in line, you
That
know,
was scary.
like the leaders, how fast the leaders of the country turned against its people was amazing.
And how fast the people let it happen. I agree with that's like one of the few things I'll ever agree with Bill Maher on. Like it was surprising and pathetic how fast people were like, "Yes, I will do whatever you tell me to keep."
And
me
no one
safe
actually.
because
I'm not going to get into the science or actually the COVID itself, but yes,
just the people's reaction. They just
the reaction
people
to it. How
lost
fast
their
people
sense of
became sheep.
independence.
Yeah, how they're for the greater good, and it wasn't for the greater good. It was for
The greater good. That's a communist thing.
yeah, and that's exactly what the fuck it was saying.
Sacrifice 1,000 to save 10.
That was also
people.
on Harry Potter.
Well, that's
it was
based
about.
on true
It
stories.
was also a communist thing, though.
That is a communist thing. They
Yeah.
will sacrifice. That's like the Russians did
For
it.
the greater good.
Was it Chekhov or who was the crazy guy during World War II? Stalin.
Style Chekhov. That's the guy off Star Trek you are.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it totally is.
Yes, I can understand because we just got off the Star Trek kick last
But like,
episode.
the Russians lost like it was like 20 million people. It was some stupid high number during World War II. It's just because
Do you remember? Have you ever seen that movie? What the hell was it? Where the World War II dude, Jude Law was in it. He was the sniper.
yes,
Okay, so at the beginning, they would give one guy a gun and one guy bullets. So when the first guy died, he could pick up the gun and fire it.
because they didn't have enough.
They didn't have enough guns, but they needed the people to die for them.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
That wasn't Enemy at the Gates, was it?
Yes. Enemy at the Gates. I knew it was Enemy something, but I couldn't figure out what the fucking name was.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, I think we're definitely ignoring stuff from the past. That's why I don't get how these dumbasses are like, well, you're just talking about how people did socialism wrong. We're going to do it right. That's what every asshole who's tried it said.
Yeah, and I was arguing with this guy on Facebook, right? And he was talking about I can't remember what the fuck he was. Probably about the inflation. And he was like, well, you know, we're we're doing better. And he's like, we could be better. We could be doing these, we could be like the Scandinavian countries. So I busted in. I'm like, do you know the Scandinavian countries, the tax rate's super high, one. And also, they can do these social programs because they don't have a military. You know what their military is? Us. So we can't do these things because we have to cover them. So yes, we could gut our military, but we have to become isolationists and just protect our borders and not give a fuck about the rest of the world. So you wonder, what do you want to do? Then, he's like, but still, we could.
No, but still, it'd be great.
Yeah, we could. We could, it wouldn't take that much money. I'm like, it's money we don't have. We don't have the money to be doing free healthcare. Do you know the wait lines in Canada for anything non-emergency is ridiculous? Like, it's
if people ran their personal finances like the U.S. government did, I'm pretty sure we'd end up in jail.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's criminal.
It is criminal. And people just people have no perception of, like, there's no boundaries. Like, they just think there's no boundaries on what we can spend on.
I remember back in the day when they said if we got over 25 trillion that we'd be totally screwed.
We're probably totally fucking screwed.
Well, yeah,
it just hasn't caught up yet.
We're over 30 trillion on the whole.
Yeah, and we're at 8.5% fucking inflation.
If we ever lose our status as the sole world superpower, we're fucked.
Yeah, look at this. The housing market is at 6%, right? Yeah, interest rate.
And we're still 2.75.
And we're still at 8.3% inflation rate, which I'm guaranteeing is closer to 20%. And the only reason it's 8.3% is because gas prices are going lower, which will bounce back in November. Credit to Josh.
You notice how they use gas prices to lower the inflation, but they don't count gas prices.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and you notice that diesel isn't getting cheaper.
That's a little cheaper, but it's
not like the gas prices.
No, gas is down over $1. Diesel's down like 50 cents.
Yeah.
If that.
So that's why your food prices are not going down, because for truck drivers, they're not seeing the benefits of, truck drivers. The what is it? The freaking trains. They're about to go on strike.
If they strike, we are totally fucked.
I think Friday, they're going to decide to strike or not.
We need to get into hauling train. These, like when you see a train go by and they're hauling semi-trailers, we need to start hauling that shit. There's a guy called in. That dude brings home $4,000 a week because the railroad is so backed up. Really? Yeah. You need to find us a rig. May or may not get a CDL. I don't know. These are. Isn't that under emergency use? I don't know. I just thought I could buy me a Mac. Start driving.
Yeah, and you can buy automatic Macs anymore.
Yeah, like all diesels, like all semis nowadays, I think are automatic.
Are they really?
I think. Yeah, I think if you want a stick, you probably have to special order it.
No shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, even though I like, I've driven semis like farm style, like on job sites.
Yeah,
like I love driving semis. They're fun.
They are fun.
The sticks.
They are fun.
But yeah, I was gonna get my CDL, but then I didn't.
Yeah. Well,
just to have it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I drink too much.
I don't understand why people I don't understand how there's a shortage. That'd be another thing. What would the shortages be on? Like, how bad would things get under the Democrat multiverse than the Republican one because of just what's going on now? I mean, they're creating false shortages because they're still going to want. Now, granted, they could just pass it and say, hey, your gas cars are legal. If you're going to drive them, you're going to pay say $1.20 mile tax or something. They'll just make it to where you can't drive.
Yeah.
But right now we're screwed because our supply chain is just fucked.
We have to figure just the energy impact would be amazing because they're going to try to do this Green New Deal shit. They're going to try to phase out coal power plants and go completely wind and solar. and that is just fucking
stupid.
yeah. California is. You know why California limited their you can't charge from 4 or you got to turn your air conditioner up from 4 to 9 or 4 to 5 a.m. or whatever because the sun's going down.
Makes
And
sense.
10% of their fucking power comes from solar panels. So
Fucking stupid.
it is fucking stupid because they
Well,
don't
that
have enough.
also
They don't
means
have enough solar panels to actually like store the power. It's just like direct,
well, that's the
direct
thing.
feed.
Like both solar and wind, all that power doesn't go from like the windmill generator directly to the grid. Same thing with solar. It doesn't come like the sun to the solar panel directly to the grid. All those go to battery banks.
Yeah,
Like there's some kind of storage bank, and then it siphons off from there. It doesn't go directly into the grid. That's why you'll see windmills turning and then stop.
yeah. That's
Because
why. Yeah, the
I heard that
grids.
they charge up to 85%, turn off, they'll discharge down to 35, and then they kick back on again.
Yep.
And so obviously they don't have enough.
That's why the
Like,
efficiency is so low on solar and wind.
yeah, because on a calm day,
Because the
you get more
battery,
wind.
even like the amount of energy like a solar panel can get from the sun, it can only transfer like 35% of that to the battery, which can only transfer like so much of the battery power to the grid. So it's like a 10%. You're losing like 90% of the power that you should.
Well,
That
and
you
even
could
if
get.
they like perfect it, I seriously, solar and wind is not the fucking.
Yeah, what are you going to
answer.
do on a night that's calm?
Yeah, it's flat out not the answer. It'll never be the answer. I don't care what kind of technology advances on it. It'll never be enough. They have
Unless
to come
you
up with something new.
unless you build a Dyson sphere over the sun and put a power cord from the Dyson sphere to the fucking
Yeah, you
planet.
transfer the power with laser.
You know what I watched? I watched Moonfall again. It's on HBO Max.
I just saw that. I'm gonna watch again. I love that movie.
The weird
I
thing
think it was
was
underrated.
the only thing I didn't like about was the hillbillies. I'm like, why did they care so much? Like the world's falling apart. Why did they care so much about these people like doing the stuff to them? Like the hillbillies,
I don't remember that. I have to rewatch.
You don't remember the hillbillies? Like they go to Colorado or whatever, and like the hillbillies are like there, then they steal their car, the kid's car or whatever, like his son's car.
I barely remember that movie. I guess.
Okay,
I kind of remember.
Yeah, but then they're like in Colorado. Then the hillbillies catch up with them and try to steal from them again. But the hillbillies get like, they get double duped and they steal from the hillbillies or get their stuff back. Then like the moon is actually falling, hitting the earth, stuff like that. But the hillbillies are chasing these people and not trying to escape the moon falling.
That's because it's Hollywood, and I
It's
guarantee
so stupid
you,
though. Like they
the
have no
hillbillies represent Republicans.
Yeah, but they had no self preservation. They just like I'm like, why?
That's the only thing I can think of is like they're supposed to represent.
I don't
like
know. I'm just like, this is the like I love the rest of the movie, but I'm like, this is so fucking stupid.
Great.
I'm like,
that
it
movie
was
should have
just
been
that part.
at least a 7.
It was
I don't know
just
if it
that
was.
part.
I don't think it is.
I just didn't get that part. I'm like, there is no way in hell anybody would go chasing people like, oh, you stole my shit, when the moon's falling on them. Like, no one cares that much.
So you're saying that the moon is. See, that movie got 5.1. I feel that's at least a 7.
I think so too. I love the movie. That, like I said, the rest of the movie I thought was fucking awesome. That part just confused the shit out of me because I'm like,
those are intellectuals or people were calling it, and they said it was an Independence Day ripoff. How in the fuck is that an Independence Day ripoff?
I don't know.
There's nothing about that has anything to do with Independence Day.
I thought the only thing that made it ripped off was, you ever see that movie Mission to Mars with Gary Sinise?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that maybe that because Mars populated Earth.
Gary Sinise is a great actor. Good man.
Great actor.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, it's a maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, but like that was a great movie. That got totally, because if you look at the ratings, either like people are like, oh no, stupid, blah blah, or people loved it. That's how it got 5.1.
I
Either
wonder what
hate
the
it or
audience. I
love it.
wonder what the audience score was on that.
I don't know. I look at IMDb.
I look at Rotten Tomatoes because it gives the audience score too.
Yeah,
So,
where they always give the good movies bad ratings.
all right. Well, I'm gonna go one more question on this
Well, we've gone
social.
long, so we can go long and make it a two-parter. I don't care.
We're already probably at a two-parter. We might be going to a three-parter. Um, and the second part might just be about Moonfall. um, would you want to live in either country? Do you think? Do you think? Do you think we're better off now as a two-party system than it would be as a one-party system? Either way, do you think? Do you think
That's a
Yeah.
two-part question.
All right. Well, both parts. Answer them.
Well, okay. Do I have to choose one or the other?
No, you can say you don't want to live in
Or can
either.
I just check out and move to no, I'm not moving to fucking Canada. I'm gonna move to Peru. Or what's the one with the statue of Jesus?
That's Peru.
Moving there.
I don't know what Peru's government is, though.
I mean, I don't know. I would say if I had to pick between one or the other, it would be the Republican side, obviously. I think that you're going to get more technological advancement. But, if the Democrats are right, we'll end up scorching the earth. So you could die from being burned to death from global warming. But if you go on the Democrat side, you could die through either concentration camps or starving to death or being stabbed to death because of the crime.
Yeah, you don't stab because they don't outlaw guns.
I don't know. Now, no, I do believe that we have the most perfect, imperfect governmental system in the history of the world, where it's a constitutional republic. I do think the two-party system is the way to go, but currently,
look at Canada.
But yeah, we don't need a third party, fourth party. We don't need a parliament.
Where 16% of the country likes one person, he becomes prime minister.
Yeah, and he's a total douche.
Yeah.
Calling you out, Justin Trudeau. You're a douche.
He's a fucking he's a commie. Once he got the power after COVID, he never wanted to let it go. So he became a communist. You can go to jail for speech there.
Yeah, that's because Justin Trudeau is a worthless piece of shit. But I think we need both parties. Now, like I've said it before, I don't think the Democrats in Washington actually represent a mass majority of their constituency. I just don't think they're either paying attention enough or they actually believe the bullshit lies during. Well, yeah, like my grandkids are going to be totally screwed with what they're doing, but they said they were going to change. So, but no, I like because it's breaks and checks and balances on both sides to where, because you do get some more, you could argue that you get some more, let's say emotion. Like, okay, so let's say conservative mindset's more logic based, analytical, and then you got the other side, which is a little more emotional, like they think more on it. So I think both working together, like actually working together for the betterment of the country, not trying to push some bullshit agenda.
It's like a family.
Yeah, it's the best way to go.
Yeah.
Like I think we need both sides.
I think so too.
I don't think the side on the left right now, is the Democrat. I think the Democrat Party's dead.
I think
for what you would think the Democrat Party is.
I think the Democrat Party of 5 years ago, 10 years ago, is where you should be, I guess. Maybe more than 10, 15.
Kennedy, that's about how far back you gotta go.
Well, Kennedy be a Republican right now.
Yeah, what? Well, that's because the whole country has been slowly tugged to the left.
Yeah, far left.
So it's, I mean, that's what I would think. I mean, it's just, I think we do need both. If I had to pick one, it would be the Republican side. I don't know. It's jacked up. And I think we do need to. It depends on who you talk to. I've never heard any. I don't even care if they're considered far right. Which, if you're not I guess far left Democrat, you consider far right. But I've never heard any commentator just say screw people, let them just rot in the streets. Or same thing with these cities where the crime's just fucking outrageous. Did you see that? There are pictures, but of this, I think it was a 17-year-old stole a Suburban, literally ran over the back of a cop car, and then almost ran over the cop and when he came off the cop car. But like carjackings apparently are a pretty big thing.
Yeah, they're a big thing in Davenport where I live, you know.
Well, and I remember when I was coming back from Iowa, we stopped in Oklahoma City for gas.
I know. My niece got her car stolen.
Which niece? Well, don't say her name, but
yeah.
How?
The one that lives here.
Like
our boss's daughter
broke in and
stole
her car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well, like I could have sworn, like, because if I'm traveling, I'm packing heat. If I'm on the road, I try to carry as much as I can. I've got kind of fat
guns everywhere.
Pants are a little tight.
Yeah,
but no, if I'm traveling, I have a firearm. Just because you never know. But like we stopped in Oklahoma City for gas, and on my way back, there's somebody following me.
That's weird.
And like when I was in there buying something, there was some shady ass motherfuckers, and they're like, look kind of methy. But like I'm walking back, and I could hear someone walk behind me, so I kind of put my thumb up in my belt, so if I had to clear my shirt for something, I could. And then as soon as I did that and turned, that person turned and walked away.
Oh my god, yeah. It's
weird just
they kept following you still.
Well, I don't flash. I wouldn't flash my firearm because that's actually against the law.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's conceal and carry, not show and carry or show and. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unless you're in Texas, it doesn't matter because they got open carry.
I don't know if we have open carry here or not.
But like I did kind of like I stuck my thumb up in my belt and then I moved my hand over to show that there was something on my hip.
Yeah. I think
and then the person turned around because I don't know if they're going to ask me for money or what the fuck was going on, but that's what they do. Like there are so many cars stolen at gas stations that it's unreal.
It's crazy.
That one video though where they tried to steal that guy's car and he just started dousing him with gasoline.
Yeah,
that's quick thinking. It's like, fuck you. Got that shit in the van.
Yeah, fuck it, you know. You're not going to steal my shit without catching on fire, I can tell you that.
But yeah, I mean, I've just never seen anybody being like, you know what, let them burn, let that, whatever. I mean, it's like they've been in law and order. And a lot of people like have a problem with that, but it's like you got these people wanting to let people out of jail. It's like we already have a problem with like, and that's a tactic. That is actually one of the tactics that happened during the Color Revolution, which is how Mao took over China. The rise of fascism anywhere is you keep crime up and you let criminals out. And why freaking Republicans aren't running on that, I have no idea. Republicans are fucking stupid. It's I'm pro-police. I'm pro-law enforcement. Upholding the law. And these other guys are like that one dude with Baby Goiter in Pennsylvania. The guy running against Dr. Oz, which he's a joke of a candidate too. But he's like, if you had one wish and you could change anything, what would you do? And this jackass is one wish. You could say, oh, I would cure world hunger. You could say that. What does he say? I would let everybody out of prison.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, so many words.
Did you hear fucking Biden say that he's going to cure cancer?
Well, I hope he does.
Well, I hope so too, but do you see a thing? He wants to reduce cancer deaths in half in 25. Well, he wants to do it within 25 years.
But how do you do that? Just like, hey, cancer, you kill somebody, you're going to jail.
Well, I mean, it's nothing he can do, you know? But in 25 years, I hope medical advancement can cut cancer just without him saying it. But, because what it is either your base is so fucking dumb that they think that you're going to actually fucking do it. So you're just buying more votes. You're like, hey, this motherfucker's against cancer. Like, who's pro-cancer? Is there a pro-cancer movement I'm unaware of?
Yeah. Well, you heard about the Alzheimer's what do you call that? Scandal?
Mm-mm.
It's medicine that they've been pushing, and all these studies that came out saying, "Oh, this medicine helps with Alzheimer's," and they were doing it to get more funding. It's all bullshit.
What?
Yeah,
What do you mean
something
it's
like I don't know if it
bullshit?
was
Like it didn't
like
work?
it doesn't do anything. Like they were saying, like is it
Well, the good
plaques
thing
or
is
something found
you
in the
can give
brain?
somebody the medicine, they won't remember that you gave it to them.
Well, that's true. But
Sorry if anyone has Alzheimer's. I should make those kind of jokes, but
I don't
it
make
was
jokes about that just because I've had two grandparents have it, and like it's like I hope they do come out with a cure for it because I do not want to go that way.
no. I'd rather die. I think.
Yeah, because you lose yourself, like you literally lose yourself. But like, and that's why it's bullshit. They were lying on their results to get funding. That was the thing that came out.
That's weird.
So, but here's the thing. Now they say it's
Is it criminal? I mean, can you criminally go after the pharmaceutical company for?
possibly.
Why couldn't you?
There's
If
there's
they
a
fucking
science
lied
study.
about it.
I don't know like what's going on after the fact. It's like they report on it, and then you really got to like dig into the reporter. If you can find the name of the reporter that broke the story and follow that person, you can find follow ups. But if you're getting your news, and I don't care if it's left, right, whatever, if you're getting your news from a main source, all you're going to do is get the initial and you'll never get the follow. But there's always a reporter behind that initial. If you find out who the reporter is and follow them, you can generally find follow ups on the story.
Yeah.
But like, there was a thing someone said, and it called it the rich factor. Like, because I always figured, yeah, they got a cure for cancer. They just like, because if you think about it, if they cure cancer, that's a multi tens of, not hundreds of billions
Tens
of dollars
of
a
billions
year.
of. But here's the thing, though. If you're the company that cures cancer, you're going to be uber rich from that cure, right? Because cancer doesn't go. I mean, cancer will always be cancer. So, I mean,
Unless
what
it's
they're
one of
going to.
these companies that are selling the fucking.
No, but still, even if you cure it, it's got to be worth. Let's say you sell the pill
Yeah,
for
but you could pass
$10,000.
if they cured cancer and
What they're
like
going to
say the
do.
treatment was stupid expensive, you would have people run and vote to cap, like figure out how much it costs to make that drug, and that's what they wouldn't make the money on it. You think they would?
You sure? You sure they're not
At
going to do it like
first,
they do the AIDS stuff, where you have to take like pills every day, or so you have to get constant prescriptions to make sure. Like, I don't think they actually cured AIDS. What they did is just kept it in check,
well, they made it to where you're non-detect.
and maybe they do have
Well,
a cure
that's
for
not
AIDS. I
AIDS.
don't.
That's HIV. I think if you
Yeah,
get full blown AIDS, you're done.
the HIV. Yeah, if you get the HIV,
You get the HIV,
they
you're
can help
okay.
you. But
It's like
AIDS,
that song from Family Guy.
yeah,
You've got AIDS, not HIV, but full blown AIDS.
yeah. So I
That used
mean,
to be my ringtone.
I.
And then when I was at the airport, it went off. And I don't know if you realize this. It
How many
doesn't
people
matter
have AIDS in the airport?
it doesn't matter how quiet your ringer is. That bastard echoes. I'm just looking around. I'm like, what asshole has that as his ringtone?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was
Oh my
just
god!
looking around. I'm like, man, somebody should
Holy
probably answer
fuck.
their phone.
Oh, holy shit!
That's all I'm saying.
I can only imagine you being there. You've got AIDS, not HIV, but full bone AIDS. Just playing.
I'm sorry, it's not something less serious.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of ringtones from that
Oh,
show, including Prom Night Dumpster Baby.
oh yeah, that one was good. Prom night dumpster baby.
Oh,
Oh,
there's a lot of stuff that came
it's
from that. But,
amazing
like,
Seth MacFarlane is as far left as he is with.
the funny thing is how talented that dude is. Like
He really is.
Whether his voice work, he can sing
Yeah.
about as good as I mean, he's on par with like who's that guy? Frank Sinatra and Bublé.
Yeah, Michael
Like the
Bublé.
dude can sing.
Yeah.
He takes all his talent and he makes the Family Guy, which is awesome.
Yeah. So so one last question. Before we
Oh wait, real quick though,
Yeah.
what I was getting to is they gave it the rich test. They said if there's actually a cure for cancer, rich people wouldn't be dying of cancer.
Are rich people dying of cancer?
What's his face did from Apple?
Oh yeah, Steve Jobs.
Unless he's like on an island somewhere. I mean, he's rich enough to disappear.
I don't know. They say a lot of people were. Elvis was alive.
But that was a test for conspiracy theories. Is like if you think there's a cure for cancer, are rich people dying of cancer?
That's how everybody knew that fucking AIDS was cured, because fucking Magic Johnson survived like 30 fucking years with full blown AIDS.
Well, a doctor got it, and he's the
Or
one who came up
HIV.
with the cocktail.
Yeah.
An actual MD. All right. So now that I got that out of the way, on to your question.
One last question. This might be our longest episode yet. Or
No, it's not.
I
It's
guess.
not even close.
Oh no, I guess we were on the Star Trek one was
2 hours.
much longer. Yeah. So you said we're better with both parties, right?
Yes.
So it's this kind of continuation off that. We just went on a whole tangent. I was going to ask you way earlier, but we went on a whole tangent of shit. So, do you think a person on, I guess we're probably as, we would be considered far right if we're conservative?
In today's world, yes.
Yes. So do you think somebody on the far left would say the same thing as you did, that we're better with both parties?
No.
Not at all. Just that's it?
Nope, not with how they and the reason I say that is because of the just relentless
Hate?
relentless hate and the relentless the fuck, like my brain's still not working after having COVID. I got the brain fog. Pursuit of canceling and silencing the dissenting party. Like that's why I don't understand the fascist remark, because like I'm not trying to silence anybody. It's like I used to see that on Parler when that first came out. People are like, let's get him kicked off. Let's spin him ban. I'm like, that's not what this is for. Like supposedly this is a free exchange of ideas. So you might have somebody who's you consider a far left asshole that has stupid ideas. Whatever. I don't care. Let him share it. You don't like it? Don't follow him.
Exactly.
Or like, so yeah, I don't think that would be the same way. I think the left would want it completely the left, no opinion otherwise. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the only problem with like a Republican led country would be, I don't think we'd have any movies.
Well, see, if we went the way of like the old Republicans were kind of fuddy-duddies, they were pretty pro censorship of stuff. So yeah, it'd be like,
Yeah,
it'd be like, like if you go into IMDb and it says like the nudity thing, and it would be like moderate, and it's like she showed her calf.
Yeah. I don't know.
It could be kind of lame.
Well, I'm just saying I don't think we would have movies because all Hollywood's left.
Not all. Clint Eastwood would still be making movies for another year.
Yeah, and I'd watch
months,
it.
I don't know.
For whenever time he has left. And
Got
John
Chris
Boyd.
Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. And is Chris Pratt actually a Republican?
Nah, he's just a normal person.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's Republican or not, but he's not a left.
Yeah, he's normal, so they hate him.
Jerk-off.
They
Like
he's
Jennifer
normal.
Lawrence. I've been trying so hard to forgive my family for being
She
Republicans.
was cool too at one point. So
I don't think she's good. I don't think she's that good of an actress. I think she did a decent job in The Passengers, and that's it.
yeah, you liked her in Hunger Games or something, didn't you?
No, I thought she was a horrible. Did you read the books?
I did read the books.
I thought she did a horrible job.
Yeah.
I just don't think she's a good actress. I think she gets hired for her looks, personally. So I think
probably.
I don't
What's
watch a lot of
funny
her movies.
is,
That's
like,
my personal opinion. Could be wrong.
Somebody put up like a meme like you're afraid of Tucker Carlson. That's who you have nightmares about.
Oh, she's hanging all over what's his face?
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein. Like, really?
Well, I'm okay with
somebody's
this
like, well,
sweaty guy that smells like
she's
old
like, well,
fries.
he made her rich. So, yeah.
That is true.
Like, you're
I just
afraid
don't
of Tucker
think she's
Carlson.
I don't think, I just, like, I thought that might have been the movie where I was like, she did not play good Katniss. I'm sorry. Nope.
I didn't mind the movies. I didn't think they're great. I don't think I saw the last two or the last.
Saw them all multiple times. That was the first time where I was that douche where I was like, the book was so much better.
I did that with Game of Thrones a lot.
I felt very intellectual.
Entitled. Yeah. Well, entitled. Like,
yes,
you peasants, you peasants don't know how this is supposed to go.
Did you not read the transcribed words between the covers? If you did, you would know how this movie is lacking in the storytelling and development of the characters.
Which is why I'm always disappointed in books I read that turn into movies. And I want to see them all turn into movies. So I'm like, I want to see if they do it well. Like,
oh my God. I read the Mortal Instruments, all of them. They're big books and there's like 6 of them.
I haven't read those.
They okay, the books are good.
Are they?
The movie was okay. The problem is the Mortal Instruments have like everything. Vampires, werewolves, zombies, everything.
Yeah.
And that's so much to pack into a movie. So they're like, all right, we're going to make a TV show out of it. I'm like, well, that makes sense. Then you could actually like be closer to the book series.
Yeah.
The TV show was garbage too.
Oh, I
was like, this is a great book series. And you could totally adapt it to this big screen or small screen. But you guys are trying to alter the story to modern times and you're ruining it.
Yeah.
But that's a good book series. You should read that. Mortal Instruments.
Mortal Instruments. All right, I'll read that. All right, let's end this because I got pee, and we've been going for an hour and a half. So, yeah, my bladder's full. I'll drink 5 beers. So let's do this. I'm Kevin,
and I'm Josh,
and this was the Lost Art of Common Sense.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
Remember, like, share, substance. I did that all fucked up.
I don't even know what you said.
I was saying stuff that you could common sense. All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening or watching. I don't know what the fuck you do.